What's going on, everybody? James here, redemptionagency.com and urban-picker.com. 23 years selling full-time on eBay. And we're Saturday morning, and just want to kind of update you guys with what's going on with eBay. I'm going to update you on one of the last parts of my system that was kind of bottlenecking me and what I'm doing to change that. And whatever else pops in my mind. So yesterday on eBay, probably one of the worst days in quite a while. I'm going to see if I got any international on the media store. I don't think so. But there are more people complaining about the problem of this seller does not send to your location. So I think we're about a week in to that issue. Whether eBay knows about it or not, I have no clue. I stopped calling in a long time ago when it seems like it's kind of pointless. I am posting on the tech boards because I know there are actual people who pay attention there a little bit. So on every person who's complaining about that problem, I'm responding to that. Plus I'm adding it to my own post. So the more posts there are, maybe, they'll pay more attention to it. So yesterday in the media store, again, no international again, I'm at that 300 mark, 304. So since these problems kind of started, which was May 4th, that Sunday, whatever update they did May 4th is what has totally changed the landscape of what it was prior. It had already been starting going downhill because of the patterns. You could see the patterns. But now I'm basically straight across, and it's all right near $300 for the last 10 days. So, red flag, of course. So 304 there. And the shocking part is the clothing store, the new account. Normally, it don't take the big hit. Usually the old account takes the big hit when there's problems. But yesterday, only $127. And that's my lowest in a few months since I got this many listings up. Since I got everything shifted over, I guess it's probably been, 6 months or so. This will probably be the lowest. I think this is the lowest day. Yesterday was the lowest day. So what is that? 127 plus 304. So not even 450 yesterday. So yeah, you can't live on that kind of money. Just can't do it. We're at 11:30 a.m. Saturday. The media store has $76. And the clothing store's already beat yesterday's total. We're at $149. So at least this store is coming back around. So 150 already today plus there. So we're at 225, still low to where it was before May 4th. And then some, but at least there's positives going in the right direction. I'm down 16% in the media store, down 22% in the clothing store. So today I've already listed some hats into the clothing store. I'm going to knock out a box of shoes next, and then more media into the media store. So I'm just pounding out the listings, getting as many up as I can. And as I've said before, for two reasons. Basically in hope to kind of counter the problems. If you have more up, you got more chance of something selling. And secondly, if it ever does get fixed and come back around, instead of $1,100 days, maybe I'll have $1,500 days because I have so much stuff up. So, you just kind of trying to keep a positive outlook for the future while staying motivated for today. As far as my bottleneck thing, so when you worry about the things you can change, it lets you focus in on your procedures and such. So as you know, I'm always tweaking the procedures, trying to figure out how to list faster and do things. There's still one area that is, you know, up in the air right now, and that's the whole listing part. Not the actual structure of it, but the actual art of it. So there's still one open area for me, but everything else is pretty nailed down. And by that, I mean, when an item comes in, I get a picture, I get pictures of it. I have the little desk one here, which I will tag in this video. So if you want to buy one, I think you can still get them on Walmart. They're like $56. The link that I found that I've been tagging in my Work With Me videos is $56. I think there's, last I checked, there was 12 sold, I think, that you guys supported me on. A total of like $26. I got 13 of them, $26.10 in affiliates. So I thank you and appreciate that. So I get items in, and I have boxes. I have these yellow totes, and I have like crates that I've gotten over time. When I bought out like some of the warehouse music stores, they had these old Coca-Cola crates that they used to use. So what I do is I take the pictures, and they go into one of those three methods. Now you can see H103 there. I got crates with the C. I got the yellow totes, they're Y's. And then I have boxes, which are B's. So I take the picture and I fill those up. And I have a folder for each one. eBay B, eBay C, eBay D. Which one were the D's? I already forgot. Which ones were the D's? Oh, the DVD ones. I just started them, so I only got 2 of those. So I got these blue wider totes like that for DVDs. So that's D. And then I have the glass cubes, which is GC. These are the boxes over here. These are for bigger things like shoes and clothing and such like that. I have the H, and that's the ones I use for hat boxes. Or no, H. Yeah. What I did is I marked them higher than what they were downstairs. Downstairs I have like hat boxes 1 through like 80, H1 through 80. So I started with 100 up here. And then I've got the Y, which is the yellows. So I take the pictures and they go in there, and then they go into a folder. So then they'll either, the GCs are stored here, the ones with the pink on it. And then out here in my hallway, I have the yellows, and I have the boxes and the crates. So you can see right there. So all this stuff here has pictures. And up here, here's the DVD ones I spoke of. And then I can still put, you know, DVDs and VHS tapes and stuff in these yellow ones also. So it's cassettes and any media that fits in it nice and perfectly. So it goes there. So then my next step is to bring one here, and I make drafts for it. So I create the drafts and load the pictures, put in the details, and it's done. So my bottleneck and what I was trying to figure out what to do is, where I was slowed down is, how do I get the stuff to its final resting spot, basically? Because I'm so packed in the basement, like I can only put maybe 5 CDs here, 6 CDs there, 4 cassettes here, 10 cassettes here. So it's very broken up. Like I don't have one particular box I can go, okay, 25 of them, all of them go here, all of them go there, just because they're all full. I do have a few open spots for bigger stuff, but excuse me, those will be filling up soon. So my bottleneck I always kept wrestling with is, what do I do? So I kept going back and forth, where one day I will, you know, list 10, take it down, put it in a home, list it. Do another 10, take it down, put it in a home, list it. I didn't mind those days because I'm getting exercise going up and down the steps. So I may still do that here and there just for the exercise of going up and down the steps. but it's not very productive when it comes to time. Another thing I would do would just sit here and fill boxes of, say, 50, take them down and go ahead and break them down and put them in the homes. And I'm like, doing that every day just got old, and it broke up my workflow, because, as I've always said before, in order to do something over and over again, then do it quickly and efficiently, you got to do the same thing, the same routine, just boom, 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 boom. Break it up as many different steps as you can, knock out as many as you can. You can knock out 100 here, then 100 here, 100. Breaking it up and doing the same thing over and over again allows you to do the same, get more listed quickly. So the decision I come up with is I created a system that once the garage area is filled out, I'm going to have basically a duplicate of my system downstairs in there. So I'm like, okay, what's the next letter that I'm going to use for media? So I'm probably going to use J. And then what about the banker boxes? So I just went with K. So there's K boxes now and J boxes. The J boxes, I am just using these little small things that are like 10 by 6, 10 by 8 by 6. And I'm putting media straight in those. And they're listing. So these have no permanent home. The same with the Ks. They have no permanent home. They're just so I can get it listed quickly. And what I'm doing now is I'm stacking them right here. So if you see all the J boxes there, those small ones with the media. And then I've got one K box with hats. So that's all. If you saw all that junk, that's Adrian's junk in there. He's got to take it to the storage locker. But he's got his own storage locker that he's got stuff in. But so I'm putting it there. So it's listed, it's up, and I don't have to deal with it yet. So if an item will sell out of J box, I can just pull it out of here. Then my goal, what I plan to do is every weekend, carry those boxes downstairs and replace them, put them in the new home. It'll be basically the same. All I have to do is go into the SKU search on eBay, type in box J1, it'll bring all of them up, and then I can just click on them and put them in their home. So it'd be basically the same amount of work that I was doing before, only now I can list it quicker without thinking about it, and it has the option to sell before I even get it downstairs to find a home. So it's like basically a temporary temporary in-between point from listing to being filed. So as long as I keep up on it every weekend and do that, and I like the idea anyway, because I was trying to work organizational stuff on the weekends anyway, so it'll force me to go downstairs, organize things, keep things better organized, maybe even come up with new systems, build new shelving units, and then also too I can pull on the weekends and just have everything ready for Adrian to ship on Sunday. So it kind of pulls out all those little things and kind of just makes it very simplistic. I'm not doing it today, obviously, since I just started, so I'm going to pile there all week, Monday through Friday. I'm going to get as many boxes as I can filled with stuff, and that's just temporary stuff, but like I said, it allows me to do it a lot quicker. The only slower part will be finding not slower, it may be just a tad slower because they're not in order, but that's why I use the smaller boxes. Like CDs will only fit about 30 in the box, so the cassettes will fit 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, about 40, 45 maybe. So 45 cassettes and 30 CDs. I didn't want to do it in a box of 100 because if I pull up, say, J1 and it's 100 of them, then it's going to take me longer to go, where's this one? Click. Where's this one? Click. Where's this one? Click. Okay, it's going here. With only 30 to 40, it'll be a lot quicker to find permanent homes for 5 here, 6 there, 7 there, 10 here, whatever the case may be. And then with the hats, I think about maybe 25 to 30 ball caps will fit in those boxes. Shoe wise, probably maybe only like 12 or 13. So keeping the boxes small for the temporary hold is key to that last step, finding its permanent home, being quicker by bringing it up and clicking it and placing it. So that is the last bottleneck part. Well, not the last bottleneck part, but the main one of the last of 2 bottleneck parts that I've got figured out now. The problem with me is, like on this final part, I think about it too much. If I don't have a set way of doing it or a set way that I like it, I think about it consistently. Okay, what can I do? And then I'm constantly doing one or the other. And neither one of them was conducive to a nice flow. Like I said, taking 5 down at a time, 10 down at a time, or filling a box of 100. Neither one of them was very just didn't work for me. I kept going back and forth and wasted a lot of time trying to figure out a routine. So I'm glad I finally figured out what seems like will be a nice flow, because I don't have to think about anything. It goes into one of these boxes, and if I don't have a box, I just grab another one, tape it up, and boom. I don't have to think, well, where's this going to go downstairs? No, I'm going to worry about that on another day. So hopefully that will help increase sales also. Less thought. So we'll see. That's where I am. So yeah, one last bottleneck to go, and that is still trying to list quicker. You know, I can do 200 with this thing. I can take many hundreds of pictures a day. I could probably even knock out 1,000 if I just sat here for 8 hours and did nothing but pictures, because it's extremely quick when it comes to media anyway. But that final part of filling in the details, that's something I feel AI is eventually going to get right. It's just a matter of who's going to be first to market, who's going to do it properly, and how much is it going to cost, et cetera, et cetera. So it's eventually going to come, I believe. It's just a matter of when and who and what and all that kind of stuff. So, and then also I'm always trying different things. You know, it said you could direct Google Lens. I figured out a way where when you do a Google Lens, and I could type Discogs in the search. So I just copied and pasted it and just kept pasting it every time. And it kind of worked some of the time where it would just show the CD in Discogs, and then I could just click on that, copy and paste the title, and then I don't have to type the title. So, but it's still kind of slowish and wasn't 100% taking me to Discogs every time. So it's just quicker right now still for me to type the title and the artist in. So until I find something that's quicker than typing the artist and title in, you know, that's what I think I'm stuck with. But I'm always looking for that next step of doing that quicker. Also too, I decided to raise my clothing one up because, you know, if it's flat, it hurts your back. So the flatter it is, the more you have to bend over. The way it wasn't really bothering me, but it wasn't very, when it's more upright, it's better conducive for speed. And then also too, trying to figure out if I can do any kind of stationary camera for that. And I'm not sure I'm going to be able to, or at least I just haven't figured it out yet, a good one that would work properly, because you still got to get a picture of close of the tag and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm not there yet on that. And then I thought about also too, since I've got this here, it will reach onto here, my table that I put here, do I have a little white box for my hats? Pull that down, put my hat on there, and just hit the space bar to take the picture of the hats. That might make that process quicker. So I may give that a shot and order one of those like light boxes just to sit here that I can move on and off of this table. So when I'm doing hats, and that might speed up the hat process, but I'm not there yet either. So that's where I am playing around with my systems and stuff. So I am just listing today, and then I'll do some pictures. I already did one work with me video. I got 2 coming up tonight, one at 6 p.m., one at 8 p.m. Central Time. And then I got to create the 2 for tomorrow. And then I'm going to have so I've been thinking about like my channel. Since I changed it to my name, you know, obviously it's going to be reselling based because that's what I do. But I like the fact that since I changed my name, I can add other videos into the equation too, like with the puppy shorts and stuff like that, which I think I got one of those to upload today. I don't think I uploaded it on YouTube yesterday. So I have I believe it's a Pee-wee only video for you guys today on YouTube. It's already on TikTok. So then I got the work and study with me videos, which I'm trying to get them out to people other than just resellers who might want to use them for a different style of video, you know. Like I use train videos for my, you know, kind of work with me style video, just because I like the scenery and stuff. So are there people out there who study, even say college people, who might see my office and go, oh, that's kind of cool. Let me put this on in the background because you're going to hear the music and stuff. So that's what I'm trying to find now on those. Like I said. And then, so there's been something I've been wanting to do with the channel also to give another option. So I don't want to give it away yet. It's nothing crazy, but I ordered the parts today, and what it may allow me to do, and see what I'm trying to picture here is using the channel for its full capabilities, if you will. Like, okay, I'm already getting paid on this channel, right, with views and such like that. What else can I do to help generate income without it taking time? So this next thing I'm going to do should give me 2 options. I won't give no more away because if I say too much, you'll get it. I want it to kind of be a cool surprise. So I think it's going to give me 2 different options of revenue with my channel, additional revenue without any work. So, and it'll be like a work with me style video, but it'll be something completely different that has its own audience also, in hopes to bring in different viewers for those videos. So I'm just kind of picturing my channel now as like what can I do to keep it me, keep it reseller based, but think outside the box like I love to do. So I'm bringing things outside of the reselling world and I'm pulling them into the reselling world and trying to utilize them inside the reselling world. So that's what I'm doing. So hopefully I confused you enough there that you won't be able to guess what I'm doing. Hopefully I will have that stuff before the end of next week. And then I've got to figure out how to set it all up, use it, and stuff like that. And yeah, and like I said, hopefully it'll, from what I've read and understand, it may open up 2 different kind of revenue streams, 2 different advantages for my YouTube channel. So I'm excited. I'm excited about that. I'm kind of, I feel like with the YouTube channel right now, I'm thinking like I thought when I started the business. Okay, what can I do here? What can I do there? How can I tweak this? What can I add? How can I build? Like, I'm feeling that with YouTube right now. Like, what else can I add and build and do? And I think this camera set it off. The fact that I was able to do that and 13 of you guys supported that, and I got paid 26 bucks just for buying something I'm using and showing you guys. That's kind of set me off to go, what else can I do on this channel? And not necessarily taking money from people, but what else can I do to generate ad income on this channel? So like I said, one of my goals is to hit $2,000 for a month on YouTube. My highest ever was only $1,500. So it's a pretty lofty goal, especially with only, 7 months left, 6.5 months left in the year. So it's allowing me to push harder and think bigger and think outside the box on what else I can do with the channel. So I'm pretty excited. Actually, I'm gonna Google something after I'm done, because if what I'm thinking can be done, I may have the next step beyond the thing I just ordered. Man, I want to tell you more, but I want it to be a surprise. I'm a person that's not good with surprises. I end up just telling too much, or I end up telling the whole thing. I'm like, okay, here's what I'm doing because I'm excited. I want to hold off. But, because, no, James, shut up. You can talk about it more. I'm just excited. I'm excited. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm very excited about what's going on because of I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. Don't say another damn word, James. I'm excited. Even if it doesn't make money, even if it only makes $1 a day, I don't care. I'm excited because it's going to open up another door. And when you open up another door, you never know when that door will come flooding open and just freaking views and money just start pouring in from those ideas. Like with these Work With Me videos, I'm going to do at least 2 every day. And my goal is to get up to at least 4 every day. And sure, they may only be making me 70 cents or $1 a day right now per video. But who's to say that's what it will be forever? So it's hanging on to that hope that those videos will blow up one day and they'll all of a sudden have 10,000 views on them and I'm getting paid freaking $100 a video. That would be cool. So that's where I'm hanging my hat on this YouTube idea and just like, I'm excited. I'm excited. And like I said, it's not going to take away from anything else. It's just going to be an added feature. No extra time involved. So I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. All right, I gotta get back to work. I'm wasting too much time. All right. Thanks everybody. And hope you guys are having a good Saturday. And my receiver cut off. It's been about 30 minutes with no sound. And I will see you all in the next video later.